Man, check it out, man. Y'all got a special guest in the building, man. Man, this is a serious story, man. I was reading pretty much page one. You know what I mean? The birth of hip hop, man, and you know how hip hop got started, man. And this is a serious topic we talking about, man, because you know what I'm saying? It's where hip hop was created at, man, and
peace and blessings to all our brothers and sisters of this great planet so-called Earth, and to all other beings in our great universe. This is Brother Africa Bambata, the godfather of hip-hop culture last millennium, the Amon-Ra of universal hip-hop culture this millennium. And we're going to deal with the topic, where did hip-hop culture come from? We are dealing with a story that they claim to be a mystery, which is my story, our story, but not his story or her story. Because many people has got it twisted and has dealt with all type of lies, all type of foolishness when it comes to dealing with the true story or the factology of hip-hop culture. We have three brothers who came out of a great organization that we had back in the day called the organization, the Almighty Universal Zulu Nation, and even before it was a thing called the Zulu Nation or the organization, or even a word called hip-hop, or even a word called hip-hop as a culture. You will be hearing from the great Green-Eyed Genie, the man, the master, the great Lightning Lance, and also the coolest of the coolest, the mighty Cool Clyde. So y'all check them out. Get an understanding, an overstanding of what these brothers got to say dealing with hip-hop culture. There are many stories out there, but there's only the factology story. So let's check our brothers out. Peace and blessing from the Almighty Universal Zulu Nation, Africa Bambata. Peace.
Good evening. My name is the Green-Eyed Genie. I am one of the creators of hip-hop music. There's a reason why this music is all over the world today as you see it.
man, check it out, man. Y'all got a special guest in the building, man. Man, this is a serious story, man. I was reading pretty much page one. You know what I mean? The birth of hip hop, man, and you know how hip hop got started, man. And this is a serious topic we talking about, man, because you know what I'm saying? It's where hip hop was created at, man, and who started all this. And I got the person in the building right now, and I'm gonna let him explain the rest to you.
Yo, Goldie, first I want to thank you, man, for inviting me over, man, and doing this interview with me, man. It's been a long journey, man, and I mean, I've been watching for more, you know, after being sentenced to 18 years in prison. I was telling people I was the creator of hip-hop, and I was in the prison, the Max Penitentiary, Natna. I was in there with the Gambino family, John Gotti and all of them, his people and all of that. I was in there with Billy Bang. I was in there with my man Jazz that was down with Nicky Barnes, and I was in there with my man Scrap. We was all up in the yard, and I was telling them I'm the creator of this billion-dollar industry.
Word.
They laughed at me. So we go to the yard, and you know, I just couldn't wait to get released to prove my claim. So I'm watching all these videos while I'm in prison, and I'm saying, yo, man, I started this, man. They say, yo, man, you talking about you started this, man? Come on, man. Yo, to be seeing something like that, you got proof of that? I said, come on, man, knock it off, man. I'm going to have proof of that, man. I'm locked up with y'all, man.
Word.
But work with my mother, man. I make phone calls and all that like you. Because the phone call's only like 15 minutes, and then it cuts off 15 minutes. So my point is, I saw my man, Africa Islam. At the time I was in jail, he's with Ice-T. And they discovered Ice-T. And they go out west with him. And I see Ice-T rapping, and I see my man that's doing all the beats for Ice-T albums. And I go, yo, that's my man. We coming together. That's my man, Africa Islam. And they say, y'all stop lying, man. Y'all. I said, yo, that's my man. So Ice-T, he's telling everybody, yo, man, this is how I came about. They helped me, man. You know how I was putting rhyme together, how I was rhyming. We got together and we went out west and they blew up. Now, ain't no NWA really blowing up at this time. It's Ice-T. You know, and then NWA followed. You know, we watched the videos in prison. So I'm going, man, I'm the creator in all this. So I'm watching all of these rappers come about. But here's my point. When anybody make a statement in life, if you don't have documentation to prove your claim, you can say anything you want. To the ear of listeners, it sounds true. But that's why we have the court system and we have the juror.
Word.
So when the juror look at the facts, everything that sounded true, they found out that it's not true because they analyzed diligently the facts.
Well, hold. Let me stop you for a minute, man. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I was puzzled too when you was telling me about, you know what I'm saying, the creation of hip hop and how you started it, man. But man, your document's serious, man, and I want you to introduce to the people what time it is, man. Because see, I think the problem with people is it's just the story is so big till it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to come up and saying that they created hip hop and stuff, but the people you was rolling with is all surrounded by the creation of hip hop, and they certify you, man. So you know, at the end of the day, man, just continue to introduce yourself, show some of the documents, man, on this segment right here. But we gonna continue with more segments. You know what I'm saying? We can give them a little something right now, but more segments to introduce more about what you're doing.
Okay.
But tell them what time it is, man.
Okay. Let's do it this way. 1972. 1972. I come from a family of 9. 5 boys, 4 girls. My mother is the supervisor of the biggest, meanest projects in the whole Bronx. Ain't no Cool Herc. No Cool Herc. Okay? Let's look at the documents. This is my mother, Miss Gwendolyn Joe Carr Harris. She invented in the whole New York City, every project in the whole New York City, she had the mayor come to Bronxdale Projects, which is here. Now, my mother, when you read it right here, it tells you what she did. She invented it. Just read that for a minute. In 1969, look what she did. Start from here, ladies and gentlemen, and read it carefully. What you are seeing is before Kool Herc or anyone in the whole New York City, of every project in the whole New York City, my mother invented the Tenant Patrol Association, which she had Greyhound buses come up to the projects, taking thousands of kids on amusement parks and recreational trips, which consist of summer lunches. For the girls, double dutch. For the boys, we played basketball. 1971, 72, 73. By that time, Cool DJ D, Tyrone the mixologist, came out with the music. There's no such thing of Herc at this time. Kool Herc was out at his building, which is right here. I want you to pay attention to this, ladies and gentlemen, because now we're going to show the facts. And they always say the facts will set you free. Now, Kool Herc used to play at these basketball courts at 169th Street, okay? 169th Street and Washington Avenue. My aunt was the supervisor of those projects, okay? My mother was the supervisor of 28 buildings. Each building had 63 apartments in one building, times 28. Here it goes right here. Do you see all of these? It's 3 sections. 3. 28 buildings. 1969, 1970, 71, 72, 73, 74. Do you understand that? This is to the world. It's no story in the history of hip-hop before this. I go before everybody
Beginning.
in the world. Any pioneer, you don't go before Africa Bambaataa. No pioneer goes before Africa Bambaataa. Bambaataa was a little boy with my brother in the meanest projects. We was karate experts. I come up with some of the greatest karate masters. Master Ron Van Cleef, his student, the Black Dragon, the movie. Master Ron Van Cleef, his top students, Snoopy, Guru, Cuddy, Peter Williams, Ronald Scott, which is Snoopy. He taught me well. I was a little boy. We was bringing out the music in my project where my mother was the supervisor. The meanest project in the whole Bronx. 1971, 72, 73, 74, 75, it was gangs. And they was moving rapidly around the whole Bronx. No hip-hop. The Bronx was dirty. Bandit buildings. You can Google this. It was dirty buildings. Nobody had no money. We was poor. We was on welfare. The music was a medicine to bring out in the parks to entertain little boys and little girls so they can have something constructive to do after they did their homework when they came from school. And when they came from school, they heard the music from long away. And as they heard the music, they traveled. And they anticipated the crowd that they saw. We heard of a guy by the name of Kool Herc. He's on the west side. Bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, you have never seen nothing like this ever in the history of anybody telling you anything about any music, anybody talking about hip-hop. Everybody has a right to tell their story. But the truth is this. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is my building. This is before Kool Herc. This is before him. I need the world to bear with me because I get a more little excited as I talk. No, why is that? Because in 1974, my mother, they evicted us after she had canvas. You see the canvas? She had canvas in the projects to look into the playground to monitor all the kids that was coming out playing. Do you remember one building had 63 apartments? One building. That's what I need you to put in your mind. One building has 63 apartments times 29. Greyhound buses was coming up to the projects, taking kids on trips with summer lunches. This is what my mother did. I'm the baby boy. I am the baby boy out of 9 children. I am the 8th child born. Cool DJ D Tyrone the mixologist. Then before Kool Herc, they came out around the same time as Kool Herc, but they a little even before, because they was in the gang, and they used to ride on top of the bus. Disco King Mario, 1973, he took me under his wing. I'm Green Eye Stan with the little braids, with the long braids, with the green eyes. I'm in the martial arts. All my brothers in the martial arts. Bronxdale Projects, ladies and gentlemen. is the meanest projects in the whole Bronx. Ain't no Grandmaster Flash. It's like a jungle sometimes to make you wonder how you keep it going under. Ha, 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 ha. That don't exist. Ain't no Sugar Hill Gang. Have you ever went over your friend's house to eat and the food was just no good? I need a macaroni salad and peas on rice and the chicken tastes like wood. But then you try to play it off and if you can that you're saying that you could. It doesn't exist! It doesn't exist!
Beginning.
The Bronx was the Savage Skulls. These are the gangs. These are the gangs. They was moving rapidly throughout the Bronx. Because you all know that the Bronx is the creator of hip-hop, the foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, an apple. An apple. Red Delicious. It looks very nice. But when you split it in half and open it, it's a seed.
It's a seed.
That seed made that apple. Do you understand? When you look at hip-hop, you're in the supermarket, you see magazines at the register, just to name a few. No disrespect. Jay-Z, Puffy, Russell Simmons. I want to name the heavy hitters. I want to name them first. Jay-Z, Puffy, Russell Simmons. And let's go down the line. I salute you all with love and honor and dignity and respect. Do you understand that? But you didn't create this.
It ain't created.
You didn't create this.
That's real.
You ever heard of Marcus Garvey? Harriet Tubman. These individuals paid the way for the black people.
Okay.
And how it opened the door for many individuals to benefit today. And as we benefit today, most of our young kids that we put through school has benefited from their contribution.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, and I'm telling you, I am the creator of hip-hop,
Started all this.
and it's a billion-dollar industry, you won't respect me? Guess what? I come home from prison. I hear about this guy, Jay-Z, is up in Macy's on 34th Street. And Jay-Z's hot. Man, I love me some Jay-Z, I ain't gonna lie. I think, Jay-Z, he was always like real crafty with his rhymes. I come from the time before the rhyming. Come on, what time is your mind? We're gonna keep keeping it all down. More sweet and a mosquito with a tweet and a tuxedo. I said, how you feeling out there? I said, how you feeling out there? Come on, Maestro. That's 1971, 72, 73. I was a little boy. Disco King Mario, Cool DJ D-Time on the Mixologist, and also Pete DJ Jones. It was a disco era. See? No hip-hop. It didn't exist. It didn't exist. Now, a DJ. A DJ is someone who stands behind a table. And as he stands behind a table, he's entertaining the crowd that is in front of him with music that was created already by an artist. Those artists, they practice and rehearse their craft, whether in their home or in a basement. And when they was able to get a record deal, they took their talent and rehearsed it and recorded it, and then the DJ gets it and he's doing this. And he's playing it. He's playing somebody else's work of art. He created nothing. Kool Herc was a DJ. He was a DJ. Hip hop. What was that? be a DJ because a DJ has a title. When you go for a job, they ask you what position that you are applying for. Well, if I tell them I'm applying for hip hop and the other guy applying for a DJ, that's two different entities. It's not the same. But what happened, ladies and gentlemen, for many, many years, when individuals, hip hop breakdancing, hip hop graffiti, it's the way you live, it's the way. Get out of here! Is you out of your mind? Do you know what hip hop was? Nobody goes before me. Cool, Herc? I love you, man. But I welcome you. I welcome you. My mother. My mother. What she invented went to all the five boroughs. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan. Every project. She invented the Tenor Patrol Association, which was security of the projects. Because gangs was running around rapidly, killing, murdering, throwing people off the roofs. Do you see this? Do you see this playground? This is where we first brought out the music. Cool DJ D, Tyrone, the mixologist. They just came back out. They grew up with my older brothers. I was a little kid. They kicked me and my family out. They evicted us. We slept in the hallways. Do you want to see that? Do you want to see it? They kicked my mother out and we slept in the hallways with no food. We was hungry. And they laughed at me. And my mother lost her mind. Because the cops came with a moving truck and some people from 250 Broadway. 250 Broadway, people of the world, is the headquarters of every project in New York City. My mother went there and gave them the knowledge how to govern every project. But by 1974, they evicted us. My mother couldn't handle it. My older brothers, three of them, they was able to go with their girlfriends, but the young of us, they came and took us to homes. I kept running away. My two sisters, they stayed in the home. But me, being I was doing the karate, I kept running away. By 1975, welfare moved us to the Montnique Hotel on 32nd Street and Avenue of Americas, right across the street from Macy's, Gimbels, and Corvettes, which was 3 department stores. And it was there. It was there. We was hungry. Welfare was taking too long. And this guy showed me the scale of pickpocketing. Pickpocketing. I'm 12 years old. I'm pickpocketing in Grand Central Station. I'm pickpocketing Madison Square Garden. I'm pickpocketing on 42nd Street, 43rd, 44th, 45th, 46th. And I became good. Now, my projects that laughed at me, they laughed at me. We was bummy. I started wearing diamonds. The Bronx never saw nothing like this ever. No one never saw this. Because at that time, the only clubs that was hot at that time, ladies and gentlemen, was Studio 54. All you have to do is Google this. Anything that I say, you can Google time and error, because it's going to match up. I come back to my projects because the kids that I grew up with, they laughed at me. Now I come with diamonds. Now I come fly. Now I'm coming like they never saw before. And they treated me like I'm some celebrities. And I'm still young, jumping out of luxury cars called OJs. OJs is a luxury car service, ladies and gentlemen, that had luxury cars back then in the early 70s, 74, 75, 1976. These luxury cars was Cadillac Burhams, Seville Cadillacs, Delta 88, and 98. I was too young to drive, but they drive me around to malls and I'm pickpocketing. And I'm doing the music. Me by the name of Disco King Mario. At that time, Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa, he wanted to get DJ equipment because of what he saw in my projects, and he grew up with my brother. So he wanted to get DJ equipment, and he goes, yo, come on, Stan, I want you rolling with me because the girls like you because you got the green eyes and I had the long hair and I'm in karate. And I'm pickpocketing. I'm in the Diamond District, taking thousands as a kid. When I was doing those things, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Do you see this? Do you see the barbed wires? Do you see the barbed wires? This is where they took any kid from the whole New York City called Sparfit. Sparfit. You would get beat up in there. You got new sneakers? What? What? New sneakers? Give me those sneakers, homie. Get off. Take off those sneakers. Ain't no Grandmaster Melly Mel. Ain't no Grandmaster Cass. Ain't no Kumo D. Ain't no Curtis Blow. Ain't none of them. Me and Africa Bambaataa is driving around with guns. Bambaataa started a crew called the Organization, which they was emulating the Black Panthers. He accumulated a lot of projects, and anytime we had beef, we will surround your projects and beat you down. Do you understand this, ladies and gentlemen? Kool Herc! Kool Herc! Let me get the building. Here go Kool Herc building right here. 1520. Kool Herc! 1520. The death for my damn project, nigga. You fucking crazy. You fucking lied. You went to my mother, nigga. And you don't take nothing away from Kool Herc. He was hot. Him and Coke LaRock. But you fucking took my title, nigga. You motherfucking robbed me. You word to God, man. Hey, yo, listen. This shit better go to the fucking world. You better listen. Don't fucking listen. I got documents, nigga. I got documents. This is where my aunt let Kool Herc play. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? 1815 Buckner Boulevard was where my mother, and what she started and what she made, and how she took care of everybody else's children. She formulated summer lunches, double dutch for the girls, recreational basketball and shooting pool in the community center that she distributed to all the projects in New York City. She lost her mind, started smoking cigarettes a lot. We never hear what mommy's saying. I'm the baby boy at a 9. I got 4 all the brothers older than me. It's 5 boys, 4 girls. I'm the 8th child. I'm the 8th child. Yo, listen. Hey, yo, hold up, man. Hey, yo, Goldie. Yo, word to my mother. I waited to come to the world to prove it.
Word.
Listen to this.
You gonna prove it now, bro.
Now, last and not least. Page 1. Page 1.
Darkness don't lie.
The birth of hip-hop. I give respect to all rappers around the world. No matter matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what style. Some curse, I don't curse, but I can't knock nobody because I was pickpocketing, taking thousands in diamonds. I used to pickpocket on the World Trade Center, at the top of the World Trade Center. I got criminal records right here to show it. Is you crazy? I got it right here. I got criminal records to show. I was pickpocketing in the World Trade Center. I was pickpocketing right there in Empire State Building. I met a guy named Walt Frazier, who is a basketball legend for the New York Knicks. He used to have a burgundy Rolls Royce. In 1975, he used to be at a club called the Leviticus. The Leviticus was on 33rd Street, right next to the Empire State Building. And I used to come around the corner because I was in a welfare hotel. And I used to see him late at night. And he used to give me money. This is 1975. Once I learned pickpocketing, I started wearing diamonds. I started coming to the parties. All the girls never saw nothing like this because the Bronx is dirty and burnt down. Do you remember here? Spofford. When you go to Spofford, Brooklyn, they will beat you up. They will beat you up something fearlessly like this. Yo, come here, shorty, get him. Yo, take off those sneakers. Yo, get over here. Brooklyn. They like my family because the Bronx and Brooklyn used to fight each other all the time to see who was the meanest out of the two boroughs. Do you understand that? Okay? That's where you get the saying, Manhattan make it, Brooklyn take it, Queens fake it, Bronx created it. That's where that comes from. They see me, I'm going to karate tournaments, fighting relentlessly, and on the weekends, I'm doing the music, me and Africa Bambaataa. But do you remember Cool DJ D, Tyrone the Mixologist, and Disco King Mario? They was from my project. They took care of me. They grew up with my older brothers. The only reason why Kool Herc got this notoriety, I'm not taking nothing away from Kool Herc, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm not. Kool Herc was out of this world. He was. But me and Bambaataa battled him, and we smashed him. Word to my mother. You pull up and you Google the snowstorm in 1978. 1978. Me and Bambaataa come with the organization and the Gestapo crew. The Gestapo crew had guns. They had guns. Kool Herc, he came with the 9 crew. The 9 crew is the projects right here that my aunt was the supervisor of. Do y'all understand this? Let me show it to y'all, ladies and gentlemen, so you can have more clarity in what the 9 crew was, because they all grew up with me and my family way before anything, okay? The 9 crew, and also we're Grandmaster Flash. We came up, I went over there. When we battled Kool Herc, it was also the 2 crews battling each other with guns outside in the snowstorm. Are you crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, hip-hop is all over the world. It's all over the world. By my hands, nobody left the Bronx. I watched the Cold Crunch come about. I watched over there Grandmaster Flash come about. I watched Sugar Hill Gang and all that come about. Do you know the club? Do you know the movie? Crush Groove. Crush Grooving with Russell Simmons. Crush Grooving. Body moving, Crush Grooving. I started that club. Word to my mother. The owner was Sal. Sal father Tootsie. Tootsie was the owner of the Disco Fever. He saw me coming across the street. I was pickpocketing in a supermarket called the A&P. I was taking out the hundreds when I was coming across the street. When I saw him come down, it was a furniture store. I asked him, yo, what you making man, I don't know, man. We got the disco roller skating rink down the block. He said, yo, you don't think it's a good idea? I said, I don't know, man. We be jamming over there. He said, listen, I know you're a little kid. You look like you get money. Because I had a lot of hundreds in my hand. He said, if you promote this, I'll let you in. I promoted, arguably, the biggest club in hip-hop ever. It was me. Oh, the Timberland boot. I started a boot that nobody had called Timberlands. The Timberland company knew it was me because I told them where I first started wearing the boot, me and Blue Eye Ziggy in the Grand Central Station when we was pickpocketing on the escalators. We was pickpocketing rich whiteys that was wearing diamonds and mink coats. And we saw the boot in a glass case. It's not in no bubble. Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, nobody know about it. Because at that time, they was wearing North Lakes boots or Herman Survivors. Ladies and gentlemen, I wore the boot, me and Blue Eye Ziggy. I come with the sheepskin coat, I come with the leather bomber, I come with the boot, I'm wearing the Jordan jeans, I got the long braids, my hair was reddish and goldish, and I had 5 girls called the Fly Five. Do you understand this? Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you. I welcome you. The only reason why I get excited the way that I do, because my mother died. She died. She died! But what they did to her, and I went on to create hip-hop, and Cool Herc and those niggas got the notoriety, and now they're in all these damn magazines, they talking about them, but I got documents, nigga. I welcome you. I got documents. Let's bring it. I got newspaper articles about me. Okay? Page 1. I went to Bob Johnson. The first black billionaire, Bob Johnson, looked out for me. Okay? I went to Bob Johnson. I tagged BET. I tagged Russell Simmons when he had Farrakhan as his security at the Sheraton Hotel. I went up there, not to shut it down, but I'm coming up there relentlessly with documents. And they doing this to me. We can't let you in. We can't. I said, I ain't going nowhere. Call the cops. Call the cops. Because I was sentenced to 18 years. I was sentenced to 18 years. And now I'm home. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to lose. Them niggas ain't telling me nothing, nigga. What? Nigga, I started this, man. I broke it to Brooklyn. I broke it to Queens. I broke it to Staten Island, man. Okay? Now look. Oh. I ran into some guy by the name of Sway. Sway, I'm looking at him now on Sway, Shady Aftermath, Shady 45. Guy by the name of Sway. I tell him I'm the creator. He look at the documents like this. You know what he do? He embraced me with love. I never saw him again. I saw him 2 times. When I was tagging Russell Simmons Summit when he had Farrakhan entourage as security and I tagged them, that was the second time I seen him. Sway, that's with Shady Aftermath. He runs that radio station. He showed me so much love, it was crazy, man. He showed me love. He don't even know me. Sway don't even know me, show me love. But just last year, I leave South Carolina and I go to New York, to the radio station, and I run into this guy by the name of Ebro. I think it's Hot 97, whatever. I see him outside. It almost started to rain. I tell him I'm the creator of hip-hop. He look at me. Nigga, you crazy? Do you know you got that job because of me? Me and Africa Bambaataa opened up the radio station with Jazzy J in 1980. The white man station doing no damn DJ. Hell no. We started it and opened the door for Red Alert, Funkmaster Flex, DJ Clue, and whoever else came behind. We opened it up. And I went to that guy, Ebro. Ebro. Yo, man, I'm the creator of hip-hop, man. He look at me, creator, what? I said, yo, man, such and such. He go like this. I don't have time. Give it to my assistant. The fucking creator of hip-hop, you tell you don't have time? Because you sit behind some fucking mic and you over there on the video and you get money? Shitting on me. But when I go to Sway Aftermath, Sway go like this. Yo, come here, Genie. Yo, Genie, your story crazy, nigga. I'ma interview you, Genie. Yo, Genie, I got mad love for you. I'm gonna interview you, kid. Well, this is Sway. Oh, me love, man. You see how life is? Ladies and gentlemen, I got a lot to say. I got a lot. And I will roast any pioneer in the world. Come on! Come on! Anybody on this earth that's talking hip-hop, Genie, that nigga Genie talking. Nigga, I'm talking what, nigga? None of y'all niggas go before me. None of y'all.
None of y'all.
Bring it! What? What? Oh, yeah. What, nigga? You crazy? Listen, okay? I got a book deal. I got letters from Columbia Pictures and Miramax Films that they want to do the movie. They pulled back because they said hip-hop was violent at the time. Okay? So I pulled back and I had to wait. But when I went to the red carpet, I'm on the red carpet. Do you see me on the red carpet? Do you see me on the red carpet? They wasn't gonna let me in on there. I bogarted my way on this. They wasn't gonna let me in. But once I started showing documentation, my good friend George Clinton. Me and George Clinton go back from Florida. Big boy from Outkast. Big boy. Oh, big boy from Outkast? I'm on the red carpet. Everybody walking around. I stopped Big Boy. Yo, Big Boy, yo, I'm the creator of hip-hop. They all coming up, and the news reporters coming up to him. You know what he did? He shut those niggas down and said the creator, nigga. Come here, and they got mad at him. One of the niggas got mad at him from Wu-Tang. He said, yo, man, this the creator, man. I gotta take a picture with him. Big Boy, showing me love, man. He doesn't even know me. He doesn't even know me. But he saw my documents and Big Boy from Outkast showed me love. Shout out to Big Boy, homie. Love you, kid. Love you, man. Thank you. I thank you, man. Respect. Always, man. You real dude, my brother. You real, man. I just want to thank you, man. Okay? Because when he did that, it opened the door on the red carpet and many started coming to me. I ran up on Little John at the red carpet. On the red carpet. Yo, I'm the creator, man. Yo, I'm the creator of hip-hop, man. The reason why all this going down. Yo, what's up, Genie? Yo. Little John. Little John. He showed me love. Yo, Genie, it's a pleasure meeting you. Me and Russell Simmons on the red carpet. Do you know why me and Russell taking pictures here? Because if you remember, I was at the Sheraton Hotel when he had Farrakhan, his whole entourage as security at the Sheraton at his summit. At his summit. So here, and also in Florida, so when he saw me here, he embraced me. Big up, Russell. Thank you, man. Thank you for listening, man. Russell Simmons, yo fam, That was love, man. Word to my mother. I thought you was gonna kick me to the curb like, get out of creator. Gotta get out. No, you didn't. Russell went like this, yo. I wanna listen, man. Come here, come over here, sit down, man. I wanna listen to what you gotta say. That's what he did. He did that, man. Now, we saw the Big Daddy came. I ran up on a guy by the name of Black Thought. Black Thought from the Roots. I said, I'm the creator. I got this right here in my hand. And I was giving it out on the red carpet to prove I'm the creator. And Black Thought embraced me. He embraced me. Hey, yo, Black Thought, man. Hey, yo, word to my mother, fam. Yo, that was love what you did, man. You, Big Boy, Little John, Russell on the red carpet that year. I salute y'all, man. I salute y'all, man. See, you showed me love. See, I don't got no money. I'm just a family man. I'm sentenced to 18 years. No one ever told this story. It's never been told. I got the real documents and all of how all this came about. And it's never been told. No one knows it. And I cry in my damn house to myself. I go to sleep praying all the time, crying all the damn fucking time, man. You fucking crazy. I'm over here in the fucking car, and I see all these cars pulling up at the light, and they hearing all this music. Niggas laugh with big rims and all this music, and these motherfuckers don't even know I'm the one that started this shit, man. Then I didn't do everything. No one can do everything by himself, because even the greatest man who ever lived, which was Jesus Christ, he had disciples. And he had to tell the disciples to go to different parts of the city to preach the kingdom. And this is the greatest man that ever lived, Jesus Christ himself. So I'm not saying I did everything, because no one can do everything. But I am the seed. I am the seed. When a gardener plants a seed in back of his house, he waits for the rain. And as when the rain comes, he waits for it to start to grow gradually. And as it starts to grow, you start seeing leaves and beautiful flowers. And when the beautiful flowers start to sprout, you say, how wonderful it looks. Well, that's the hip-hop industry. The money, the diamonds, the cars, and all of this came from me. Do you remember I was taking thousands in Midtown Manhattan, pickpocketing the Broadway shows, Grand Central Station, the Port Authority, on top of the World Trade Center, down on the E train, the F train. I was pickpocketing out there in Queens, out in Sunnyside, out up there in Flushing, out over there in Kingsbridge. I was also out there in Brooklyn, out there in Albee Square Mall in 1975. I was in everywhere in the Bronx, moving everywhere, when no pioneers was around. I'm gonna leave you with that at this time. I got a lot to say, but this segment won't allow for me to get it all in. Next segment, I'm coming with some powerful stuff. Do your research. Always remember, in life, whenever you hear something, always look at the facts. Hear the story, but you can do research. And the way modern day time is now, with computers and technology, it's not hard to get the truth. It's easy now. So what I say to you, bring anybody in front of me that's saying hip hop, and I welcome you. And I welcome you, and I'm gonna cook your ass like a rotisserie chicken.
Real talk.
Do you hear? Come on. Because everybody else grew up over there where Kool Herc was at. You couldn't come to my projects because we was too mean. We was commodity experts. Do you understand that? So I leave you with that. Until the next segment, this segment here won't allow for me thank you. I thank you with love. Always be humble. Always be humble. Those that humble will be first. Those that got pride will be last. When you stay humble, God watches all things on earth, and He will bless you and bring everything in what you say to the forefront. And that's what's happening today. What's been in the dark for many years is now coming to the light. See how life is? See how long it took for the truth to come out? No one comes before me. And if someone makes an attempt, you better come with documents. You better come with it. Because I got it. And I got more. So I'll leave you with that. Goldie, my brother, I want to thank you.
For sure.
I want to thank you for giving me this platform to the world.
That's real.
Because the world, you can discombobulate it. You don't know the truth. You just running with what you heard. So it's not your fault. You don't know no better.
You don't know no better.
So it's just like a teacher. If you don't know the math equation, it is the teacher's responsibility to put it on the blackboard to help you be able to dissect the equation and come with the right formula to answer the question so you can get promoted to the next grade. That's what a teacher's supposed to do. Do you understand that? That's why I'm educating the world about the hip-hop, where it came from, that it was all discombobulated. We don't want to take stories that people told before and disregard it. We can't do that. We can't take nobody's lifestyle and when they tell stories and try to disregard it. That's not my place. All I'm saying, I'm before those stories. That's what I'm saying. There's no one before me. It's impossible. If you're not before Bambaataa, how the hell you gonna be before me? I didn't ask to be put in this situation. I was born in it. I was born in it. Do you remember my mother and what she created in New York City? Do you remember what my mother did? If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be talking about no Kool Herc. You wouldn't be talking about my main man, Cool DJ D-Time on the mixologist and Mario. She opened the door for us to bring the music out in the parks, and it spread it. Do you understand that? I have documentation. So in conclusion, those that's been listening, haters that's whispering, you only that way because you don't know no better, because of your upbringing. You wasn't taught to have love, to be humble, and listen intently and do research to see when somebody's talking if it's accurate or not. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you for listening. Much respect. We got more segments coming your way, ladies and gentlemen.
Real talk.
Don't y'all miss it. I'm telling you, because it's going to get more intense. Until then, I salute you with honor, love, and respect. Peace.
Real talk, man. Creator of hip hop, man. You know what I mean? It's segment 1. And let me tell you something. It's going to get better and better. You know what I mean? Darkness don't lie.